All right. Oh, here we go again. Alright guys, it's Jess from Cwtch and this is the Cwtch cast. It's been at least a month, I think. No, it's not been a month, it's been about 3.5 weeks. It'll probably be a month when this comes out. How do people find the time to do these? But the kids are back in school now, literally today. It's their first day. The baby, who's not a baby because he's 3, is napping. So I thought, time for a podcast. So first things first, what am I wearing? So I've got a finished object. I'm wearing a finished object, which is exciting. So this is the Easy Eyelet Yoke Lite from Knitatude, but I did a crop version mostly because I got bored knitting and because I've lost some weight, so I thought maybe I needed a baggy top to go over things instead of like a really long baggy top, which would just be really awkward, I think. So yeah, so I've got this. I really like it. It's got quite nice like cut off sleeves here, which I like. That's the first finished object. So yeah, this is an actual finished object, and like not only a finished object but a finished garment, which is super exciting. But I've decided to just show you on a day where it's absolutely roasting, so I'm going to take it off. So it's not been blocked yet. I know it's going to grow even more. I might have to try and shrink it a bit, or is that going to ruin it? I don't know. So I didn't have too much to do to finish it. That's the stitch marker in it just here. So there's only that much at the bottom and then the sleeves. So it really wasn't that much work to do, but I am the slowest knitter in the world. And so for me, it took absolutely ages. But anyway, I've also got a second finished object, but I've already gifted it. So I can't show you like holding it up and things, but it was the baby blanket. I will insert some photos now. I'll do that now. Did you see them? Yeah, so I got to meet my friend's baby the other day and it was definitely a race to the finish for that blanket. Oh my gosh, I found out the day before I was meeting her that I was actually meeting her probably about 2 days earlier, maybe even 3 days earlier than I originally thought I was going to be seeing the baby. And so I just had to get a wriggle on and I crocheted for like the whole day. That's probably what I've worked on the most over the past like 3.5 weeks. And it turned out beautifully. I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm so sad I didn't get a podcast in. Not that I would have in the time, because I also got it blocked, which was insane. The fact that I finished it and added a border and sewed in the ends and got it blocked and gifted it was amazing. Yeah, it was so nice meeting the baby, and it was a genuinely lovely reception of the gift. It's always nice when somebody actually like really cares about the time and effort you put into making something. So that was pretty special. That was lovely. So next on the list is whips. Now the last podcast was literally like a decade of whips. I can't actually believe that I have gathered that many in such a short amount of time. It's insane. So this week I am not going to show you everything, but I will show you the things that I have worked on, and then I will show you some new cast-ons that I definitely shouldn't have cast on, but hey ho, that is what I've done and that is that. So actually, yeah, I'll start with the temperature blanket. So last time I think I'd said that I'd missed out on quite a few weeks, so I will show you where I'm up to now. I've not completely caught up, but I have actually been working on it. There goes the hook. I'll have to make sure I pick that up after. I have been working on it. This is my temperature blanket. So this is the colder side. I've shown you this before. If I stand up you can see it. And there is what I find. This is where I'd got to that one. So you work it that way. If I maybe hold it that way. Oh, that's easier. That's easier. There we go. So I have done from the star. I've gone all the way to the very top up here. So I've managed to do the warm months. You can see the warmer months. But I've got up to the middle of August now, so it's not much to catch up on at all. So that should be good, and I should actually get that finished. But I don't know if I want another one next year. There's just so many other blankets that I want to make. So talking of blankets, I am going to show you... Oh, I haven't got it. Let me go get it. Okay, I'm back. Let me show you. So it's in this Cafatiere yarns bag, which I think is lush. So in here, this was one of the projects. Let me show you. How awesome is that blanket? So we got there. When we came up with everybody else, there was these massive bags of yarn in the middle of the floors with the cutest bee. I've managed to break mine, with the cutest little bee stickers on them, and 16 balls of wool. 16 balls, all included in the price. It was amazing. So it's a Scheepjes, apparently that's how you say it. So that's the honeybee blanket by Scheepjes, not Scheepjes like I say it. And yeah, it needed 16 balls of wool, and we had everything in there to make it. I think my favourite part, let me show you, is the super duper cute little bees. Look, they're like the cutest bees. So I have made some of them, but I have not made all of them because there are over 200 teeny weeny little hexagons that you need to make. Look at those. That's insane, isn't it? 200 of these. I think I've actually got 11. I think I made 11. I've made one since. I've been busy. I've been so busy. Let me show you my really pathetic little pile of them. And I've not done any ends. I've not done any ends. That's my pile. It's not many at all, is it? But I like the wool that we're using. So it's Scheepjes, I think it's stone washed in all different colours, like yellow, brown colours. It's really pretty in person, and I wanted to make something with this for so long, so I got so excited when I saw this wool. So another blanket, a new whip. Like I knew we'd have some new whips from the weekend. It was inevitable, wasn't it? It was inevitable. Let's keep going with the crochet weekend then. The theme for the weekend was Staycation, and it was 2 options for Cafatiere. So this is the first option. So it is Rapunzel's tower, inspired themed Cafatiere. So that's what it should look like, a tower with like some stuff going up the sides and a little window. And I know that people did like hair coming down here, which was really super cute. That is the Cafatiere. So we got a Cafatiere with our bags and other things. Oh, it's not focused me.
Let's see if it carries on following me. No, I'm back. Add a top of half. I'm hoping it's not going to like focus too much now.
So, Rapunzel's tower. I know that people did hair coming out of like the window, which is actually where the spout comes out. So cute. Again, this was done in Scheepjes stone wash, but you could choose. So there was like a green, grey and like a purple, which are pretty awesome colours. And you were supposed to do like the green, grey as the base, but I opted for the purple for the base because I've got to be different. And I made the basic shape at the weekend. Yeah, so that's the basic shape. So the idea is then that comes around and there's buttons, so it goes around. This is for a mini cafetiere, like a personal one, and they go around. That's where the handles go. And the girls, the Crochet Sanctuary girls, made this to fit a very specific cafetiere, so I don't think they've actually released this pattern. So then there's also 3 mini katonas. You've got like this orangey yellow colour, and then this pink and this green to do like the pretty bits up the side. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do some like top stitching and do something. I'm gonna have to think about it, but I have so many of these kind of colours that these might end up just going in stash and I'll use something else. I don't know. I've not decided on anything yet. We shall see. Maybe I'll work on it before the next podcast. Maybe I won't. Who knows? So the other ones that are on my list, was there another one? Oh my gosh, yes. The guest designer couldn't make it. So the guest designer's workshop was going to be making crochet flowers and putting them on a wreath kind of thing. So I covered a hoop in anticipation of all of these flowers that I'm going to make. So I just did a single crochet the whole way around the hoop, so it's kind of given it like a bit of a border. And then I was supposed to make flowers. Well, I don't know what came over all of the girls at the Crochet Sanctuary, because we had a hilarious afternoon making flowers, but I'm not going to say much more about it. What happens at the Crochet Sanctuary must stay at the Crochet Sanctuary, you see. We can't let you in on all the secrets. But I went off piste because, to be honest, the patterns that the person who had let them down provided the girls with were quite tricky to follow, and without the person who had designed them there to help guide you through, it was very tricky to do them. So I think there's going to be, I think there's some Attic 24 flowers that we can look at, and there might be some like just pootling ones that I might get. But this was one that I sort of followed a loose-ish pattern and then winged. But it is here, you see, it's like a really pretty red colour. So that's I've got that one. And then I've got this rose. This was supposed to be like a middle of the rose sort of bud. Can you see it's really not picking up the colour? It's quite dark over here. And the light is a different colour. It's like a peachy mauve sort of colour. So those are the colours that I have. That's all I've done. That I think I'm going to have to redo. It's a real shame. It was a real shame. Bless the girls. They felt so terrible about it. But to be honest, we had an absolute scream because, of course, like all things do, it went south and became very funny. So I did choose some other colours. This is the Callista, the Scheepjes. It's almost like the girls are a bit obsessed with Scheepjes, isn't it? The Crochet Sanctuary.
So I went for quite neutrally green colours, which should be quite pretty. Quite a pretty spring kind of colour selection if I hold those with it. see if I can hold it all together.
So that's the colour selection, just there, which is quite pretty. So those are the colours, that's the project. I've not touched it. It probably won't happen for a while, I don't think, because I'm not particularly drawn to finishing it, but some of the people who went ones were stunning. I mean, a lot of the girls had to go off piste and do different flowers, but the yarn was awesome and the hoops are lovely, and we all had a proper screaming giggle about it. So yeah, it was actually one of the funnest weekends ever, but I'll come back to that later because I keep skipping ahead. It's because half of my projects that I've worked on have come from the Crochet Sanctuary. It's hard not to talk about it. So looking at it, I've only got one other one that's a current whip that I've worked on. However, it's new. So for some crazy reason, the week I was going to the Crochet Sanctuary, I also went to London, and I was taking my eldest son, who's only 5, so he couldn't really carry much in his bag, and we were going to have to be carrying our rucksacks the entire time. So I had to pack really light, but I can't go somewhere without taking a project. So I had a bit of a panic and quickly shoved this little project in my bag, but it was a new project. So all of those whips that I showed you, I barely touched any of them because I just cast on all of the new things. So this is what I have been working on. If I hold him, is it focused? It's a little box of crochet. Look how adorable he is. It's definitely a little boy, isn't it? So cute. He's so cute. Little Donovan Lamb, this one is.
I'm trying to see if, I should have done this before, if you go and watch any professional podcasts, I'm sure they already know who the designers are of their things. Right.
Alison from Cornflake Stew. I have to admit I've never heard of her before. But it's a really sweet little design of a lamb. And you will see the amount that I got done on the one night stay that we went. It's a pretty pathetic excuse really, but that's it. Honestly, I've got a problem. I have a problem. But again, he will get made. He might be a Christmas present. I don't know, for a baby. Who knows? Who knows? But he's in here, nice and tight. Safe. Ah, butterfly. So that's it for whips. Let's talk, that is not safe. Let's talk about things I want to cast on. So I still want to cast on the other two that I talked about before. The Lunar Fade by Detroit Knits and Mountain Mist? Mountain Mist by Strange Brew. So one is a Tunisian crochet shawl and the other is a jumper. Because I finished the jumper by Knitatude, obviously I get to cast on another jumper, and I was very good and I actually finished before casting it on, and I am itching to do it, but I've told myself I have to get a few other bits done first. But there is one other thing that I will be casting on or chaining up or whatever, and it is the stash busting MKAL that has literally just started on the weekend just gone, and it's going to be this is going to test me and I might get the info wrong. I want to say 14 weeks. I want to say 14 weeks for some reason of drops. It's going to be 14 parts. I might have to correct this. I'll look it up and I'll add information if I need to. Every week they're going to drop 14 new rows of a blanket, which is awesome. So I had a look through my stash of acrylic yarn, which I'm desperately trying to work through, because even though it's got a place, I do not need as much acrylic in my life as there is. So I had a look through all of my stash and I've come up with a colourway. So the girls of the Crochet Sanctuary, I should have said that. If you want the patterns, they're being released on their Facebook page, All Things Crochet Sanctuary, and they release the new file for free, completely for free, every Friday morning at 9 AM. Literally just started, so if I get this out before Friday, you can definitely easily catch up and be with everybody else at the same time, because I've not even cast on yet. I'm literally just going to show you my colours. So the girls said you need about 1400 grams of DK weight. I think they said DK, I'm pretty sure they did. I'm sure you could do it in Aran as well. So I looked through all of my colours, and this is what I've come up with, which I really love. I really love. So it has got my greens over here, which I really like, and then the blue greens, the blues, and then a bit of like the purpley into the pinky purples, and then I need to have neutrals with it. So greys always work beautifully with colours, I think, and then some off-whites and a white. And my plan is to go quite random, like I did with my Pandemonium blanket. Some of the ones that have already popped up are stunning. There is one by Jackie who went to the Crochet Sanctuary. I think she's a regular, and hers is like this beautiful sunset, like rainbow. So she posted all of the scraps and ends that she's got, and they're just beautiful colours, but she's doing it in like a gradient. Oh, it's so yummy. I can't wait to watch that one keep going. It's so pretty. So I'm excited to do that, but I've told myself I had to get my temperature blanket caught up first, so I've got a couple of weeks of doing that. So I'll do some of that this afternoon if I've got some time. And that's it. No, there's one other thing. But I haven't chosen my colours for it yet. And it is the Stephen West's MKAL. So Katie from the Yarn Whisperer posted about this the other day, and I'm a sucker for anything like this. So I'm going to do it, especially because I haven't started knitting a new project yet. So maybe I'll do that and not do my jumper just yet. I think I might hold on to that one and just knit some socks for a bit. That's what I'm going to do. So it's the Stephen West MKAL. You need 5 different colours. I'm going to use some hand dyed, so I'm super excited because it's going to be hand dyed, and anything that's made with hand dyed makes my heart sing because I love it. And I'm trying to move closer to just making things with hand dyed, but it kind of calls for not so variegated yarns, not so busy yarns, and that's just not what I go for. And it says that you might not see the stitch definition or get like the crisp edges, but I kind of don't want geometric-y crisp edges anyway, so I'm not going to follow the rules and I'm just going to do what I want. It's not like me at all, is it? So that's the future whips. So I now have 4 future whips that I'm going to cast on at some point.
Yeah, so there's loads of whips that I've not touched. So I've not touched the scrapbook blanket one. I need to get on with doing the Christmas Advent from the little box of crochet from last year, so that it's ready for this year, because I've got a new one of those coming this year, which won't be ready this year, it'll be ready for next year. I've got too much.
It doesn't matter, it makes me happy. So the next part is the dye pot, but I have actually not dyed anything for like a month. So I do this where I get like sudden bursts of inspiration and I go and I make loads, and then I don't. So I don't, because I want to be natural, and like I want it to be something that I still enjoy doing. So being a very small indie dyer means that I can take control of my shop and what I do, and when I'm not feeling it I don't do it, but there's loads in the shop at the moment anyway, so there's plenty to choose from if you wanted to go over to the Etsy. I'll put a link for it below if you wanted to have a look.
I actually ran a sale last week, which is quite good. I might extend it. I'm gonna have a think about that. I'm gonna have a think about it. Not that I need to do it. I don't need to have a sale. Maybe I would do a sale. Wonderful content for you guys. Thank you for sticking around.
So the next bit is enabling, and I have bought so much stuff. This might take a while.
Let me just drag over the bag of stuff. I'm going to start with non-yarn. Let me find all of the bits. So much stuff. So like I said, I went to the Crochet Sanctuary. I need to get something else. I'll get that in a minute. Oh, I just showed you that one.
So I went to the Crochet Sanctuary in August for a weekend. It was my first weekend. It was awesome. It was the best time. I'll talk about it later. And there were 2 other pop-up shops along with my pop-up shop, Cwtch. And one of the shops is Mrs. G. And I love her. And I couldn't find my Mrs. G to show you on the last podcast, so I'm going to show you now. So I recently signed up to her Stitch Marker monthly subscription, and the one Stitch Marker came and I loved it so much I instantly bought the second, because there's an option for either 1 Stitch Marker or 2 a month, so now I get 2. So the first one came with a teeny little pot that says Stitch Marker Club 2021 on it. And then I'm going to have to do lots of zooming in for this one. So, and this really cute little bag. And when I saw these, I loved it. And so I had to get more. I might just move my chair a bit closer for all of this. So that was the July Stitch Marker, the first one. And I loved it so much I needed the second one, so Mrs. G kindly let me sign up and then brought me, look how gorgeous they are, the little ballet shoes with the gem, brought me the extra ones when she brought the August ones with her, so I got these on the Crochet Sanctuary as well. So then you've got the beautiful gem here and this lovely one here as well. That is like a rose, so they're stunning. I love with the like crystals, the diamante kind of crystals at the top. Beautiful. So I got those given to me along with a scissors fob that I ordered, which is this one. So I love green. Green is possibly my favourite. And when I saw this with the leaf, I knew I needed it in my life. So I got it, and she brought it with her when she came to the Crochet Sanctuary too. And then I can't help myself. I just bought all the things. All
The things that I saw. So let me find, because they're in here. I must have just put them all on this when I was there. So I definitely bought that one and that one this time. Again, riveting stuff for you. Watching, where is it? That's from last time. I may actually put things on things. Here's that one, which I definitely got. Oh, there we go. Those 3. So I bought
these 3 when I was there. See if I can hold those. So I've got a Hogwarts one, and then there was like a black pumpkin, what's it called, carriage, which I thought was beautiful, so I had to get that one. And look at the amazing unicorn. So the unicorn came home with me too, because we love a unicorn. And then I also purchased many other things from her. This, have you come across one of these? This is a tension ring, I think, a tension ring. I've tried it once and I found it tricky. I need to try it again. I'm currently not convinced, but I do need to try it again. And then I saw more scissor fobs. And I literally cannot like control myself around shops of like knick-knack things. So I bought 2. So currently these are on this one. So this is it's got a fish at the bottom, and then this is the stone in the middle that made me buy this one, and then some other beautiful kind of tealy things, and it just sits on my scissors, my foldable scissors. So it sits on them, which means I can always find them. And then I saw this one and I had complete envy, because Heather, who I was sat next to from Dear You, and is it Keep Calm and Crochet Yarn UK, I think is her patterns. I'll link her all below. She bought this one and then I had complete envy, so I went and got it too. Look, it's a rainbow. So now I have 3, 2 of which need to have scissors for them. They'll go on them now, I've shown you. So I've got 3 scissors fobs. And I also got there, and I didn't intend on buying any of these from her, but she had these selling as well. This gorgeous bee notions pouch. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's beautiful. I'm so sorry about the zoom. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm so sorry. So I had to buy that off her. And I feel like there's a few more stitch markers as well, because I haven't seen one of the ones yet. They're in here. Oh, I've bought too much stuff. Yeah, there's 3 more in here. I think this is like my 3rd purchase with her at some point over the weekend. It's too easy to do, far too easy to do. So these are the 3 other stitch markers that I got off her. So you've got, I've got the watermelon one of these, but I loved the lemon one as well. It's like a jar with watermelon, not watermelon, sorry. Is it lime? No, it's lemon. And then a bee.
No, I just dropped it in the toys. Right, let me show you this one first then. I will dig that out after. No, I haven't shown you it yet. Okay, right, I'll dig that out now. So this
is a dragon with the red. And I had to get that, being Welsh. It's amazing. And then I'm going to
get the one that's
that one. Isn't that cute? Can you see it? It keeps moving. There you go. It's a bee! It's a bee! So cute. So those are my Amanda from Mrs. G Makes purchases from the past month. And I'm going to go and have to get the mug that I got from Dear You, because I can't not show you this gorgeous mug, and it's china as well and it's stunning. So again, I'm going to like run off and get it. This is ridiculous. So this is my mug. I should keep all my scissors and scissor fobs in it, but no, it's really nice to drink out of. It's got quite a nice taper. Anyway, so this is my mug, just lush. And then inside says Dear You. Dear You. Super cute. Super cute. I should have used it. I'll use it next time. And then, oh, what's in that one? I totally missed something. Oh, I put that in the wrong box. Right, reverse. Back. So this is the other cafetiere that you can make. So they designed a cafetiere each. One is like more of a cloche and one has like a fitted one. This is 100% going on my whips that I will be making. Crinkles, sorry. Look how adorable. How adorable is that? With the bees. So we got all of the wool to do that too. Again, Scheepjes. And I did, oh my gosh, I've actually made something off it as well. I mean, it's not finished, don't be too excited. But I did make a bee. He's cute. Is that going to focus? See? I made a bee. So cute. So technically that isn't even a future whip, that's now just a whip. And that's got the other bits that I got from the Crochet Sanctuary in here. Like the watering can, Staycation, Mrs. G. So that came in our goodie bag. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to show this one. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. I love it as well, because it's got all sorts in here. So in here we also had a pen, a pencil. Mine says "The world is mine." So there's a whole bunch of other stuff in a Crochet Sanctuary bag. I can't believe I didn't show you that one. I guess that's kind of acquisition / enabling anyway, because it is stuff that I acquired over the past month. 10 years link there. Anyway, and then I've had some yarn, and there will be crinkling, not for this one but for the next one. Oh my gosh, Kitey did a sale, the Yarn Whisperer did a sale, and so a few that I had my eye on from him I had to buy. So I got two. Two from Kitey. So this one, look how beautiful that one is. It's stunning. The camera's actually picking up the colours in that quite beautifully. And this pink one. It's so pretty with a bit of purple. Very me. So this one's DK in Wensleydale. Oh, it smells quite nice. Are you a yarn sniffer? I sniff my yarn. That one smells different. Not too sheepy though. I'm filling so much time. Right, let's move on. And then I had a huge order of stuff that I've been waiting on from America for ages. Absolutely ages. So I'm a little bit obsessed with other people's podcasts, and there was one from America from Chelsea Yarns. So you've got Christina and Miriam. No, sorry, they're called the Chelsea Pearls. Chelsea Yarns is Christina's yarn tying business. Was a shop, but they're now online. And I've had my eye on some of her stuff for so long. And if you're going to get from America, you may as well make it a big order, because you've got to pay customs and shipping. So these are like my most treasured yarn to date, because it wasn't cheap. There's going to be so much. I'm just going to cut this out, so bear with. Okay, so I'm back. So I got, what is it, 1 2 3 4 5 6, I say huge, but I got 6 large and I think it's 5 minis, so technically 700 grams, which is a huge order. So this is the first one. It is amazing. It is called On Chapel Hill, and it is on her 80-10-10, which is superwash merino, cashmere and nylon, and it is pretty, super pretty. So that's one. And then on the same yarn base, this is called Be Happy, and as you know, I'm a big fan of bees, and the colours just totally talked to me. So some of these might end up being in my Stephen West. Maybe we shall. I'm gonna have to play around with some of my colours. I have an awful lot of pink actually. This one, which I'm obsessed with, this is called Knitting Friends, and if it's like a pastel rainbow, it reminds me like of Easter. This one next. So this one's tuxedo. No, not tuxedo. Suit and tie. Wasn't far off. Suit and tie. This one definitely will have to be in my Stephen West. knit, I think, because it's just so pretty. It's like coming up a bit more yellow on here, but it's more like greyish. That one, this one is beautiful. This is Beach Ball. Again, oh, so pretty. But this is Beach Ball again. This is nylon and superwash merino. 80/20 is her base, and then this one. Now this is the reason. Oh, I've gone blurry. Focus on me. I'll just show you this then. This is the one that made me order. Isn't it incredible? Isn't it just amazing? It's so awesome. So this is called Tequila Sunrise, and I had to get it. Like, it feels like there wasn't an option to not get it. And then it just seems silly getting a massive bill for shipping and not getting more. Yeah, so those are my enabling and like acquisitions for this month. There's a lot. I spent a lot of money on stuff. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. So the rest is just stuff that's been going on with me. Well, I kind of have already mentioned a few of the things that I've been doing. So I went to London. I took my eldest to go to the museums. I went with my best friend and her oldest daughter. So much fun, but super exhausting. So the week that I released my first podcast was the week that I also released a collection of yarn. Was working one day before I was then going to London for 2 days, getting back late at night and then setting off first thing to go to the Crochet Sanctuary, where I had a pop-up shop. So it wasn't like I was going to relax, I was going to be a shop. Safe to say, I was exhausted. I came home and I was shattered. I was absolutely shattered. But the Crochet Sanctuary, oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was so nice being there for a weekend. I had gone for 2 nights last time, but it was only a day's worth of Crochet Sanctuary stuff, and then this time it was Friday, Saturday, and then most of Sunday. You leave about 3 on the Sunday, so like it's a good chunk of the day, and it was just amazing. The girls that were there, they're just all on the same wavelength. Oh, I love the yarn people. The yarn people. And so I saw some people that I'd met from previous times and people that I already consider friends, and it was, yeah, it was lovely. What else have I done since? That was the middle of summer. So came home and it's just been working kids full on. So I've got 3 kids. I've got 3 boys under 5. In fact, I've now currently for the next 3 months got a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old, which is insane. And they've been home. We've done day trips, but the weather was a bit rubbish, so I couldn't even kick them out into the garden. I mean, sod's law, it's now beautiful, but they're back in school today. It's typical, isn't it? That's completely standard. It was always the same as a kid. I remember it was always raining in the summer, and as soon as we got back to school it was like glorious sunshine. I was fuming. As a kid it used to really annoy me. Anyway, it's been one big summer. And then I had family visiting. My uncle and his grown-up children came down for a week, and it was lush to see them and like get to do things with them because they live quite far away, so we don't get to see them all that often. It's just been one big blur. And then last week was just carnage, trying to get like everything ready for school for the boys to go back today, but it was also my youngest's birthday, and it's been nuts. Yeah, so I've been super busy. Apart from that, I also decided to reorganise my house. What else have I done? I've joined Slimming World because I need to shift the pounds from lockdown, especially as my main hobby is crochet, which is quite a sedentary hobby. So I definitely need to. So that's going amazingly well this time, which I'm really pleased about, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So anything that I've missed, I'll put in the show notes below, because I know I've probably missed names and places and all that kind of stuff. And that's about it. So if you liked what you've seen, this feels so awkward. If you want to subscribe, do that. If you liked it, do a thumbs up. Anyway, I'm Jess. I'm from Hook and Cwtch. Oh, I didn't do the socials at the start again. Oh, whatever. If you want to find me, you'll find me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Ta!